Hey there again, this is Kelvin with Building Musicians. In this video, we're going to start going through some patterns for scales. First thing I want to teach you in this video is the patterns for major scales. Now, one way that you can start learning everything is in steps. Okay, in major scales, we have what are called steps, and every scale follows the same pattern. Okay. By the way, this you guys can find some PDFs we're going to be posting up onto the website where you can actually see a written diagram of all these things, so it's maybe a little clearer than me just talking about it. All right, I'll go ahead and show you now. Steps in when you're playing guitar are by frets. Okay, so for example, every 2 frets, okay, 1, 2, that counts as one whole step. Okay, if I was to say just to go up half a step from right here, you would just go up 1 fret. Okay, so 1 fret is half a step, and then 2 frets is a whole step. Okay, 1 fret, half a step, 2 frets is a whole step. And here, 1 fret is half a step, 2 frets is a whole step. Okay, if you're playing your open string as your first note, and you want to go half a step up from there, a half a step up from your open string is the first fret, and a whole step up from your open string is the second fret. Okay, hope that makes some sense. So, without getting into the specific scales, we're just going to work on the patterns. So, like I said, you'll find this in the diagram, so you don't have to memorize this just yet. It will be good if you did in the future. But there's a pattern for a major scale. Any major scale you're going to play, the pattern is going from your first note. So I'm going to make my first note just my my open E. I'm trying to get the whole guitar here in the shot. Okay. Okay, I'm just playing an open E with my finger, and that's going to be my first note. Okay. Now to go to my second note is going to be a whole step. Third note, whole step. Fourth note, half a step, so it's 1 fret. Fifth note, whole step. Sixth note, whole step. Seventh note, whole step. And then finally, the octave, or the higher register of our initial key, is our octave. That's half a step. Okay, I just switched fingers there. Here was number 7, and there's the octave. Okay, so I'm going to go through that again. Open string. Okay, that's my first note. Second note, whole step. Third note, whole step. Fourth note, half a step. Fifth note, whole step. Another whole step for the 6th note. 7th note, whole step, and finally our octave, half a step. Okay, going back down, it's the same exact thing, just in reverse order. So from your octave, you're starting there. You go half step down, whole step, whole step, whole step, half a step, whole step, and then whole step down to our original note. Okay? This, like I said, this works for any key that you're going to be in, any scale that you're going to be in. So when you're practicing scales on just one single string, that's how you're going to do it. Whether you do it with your index finger, I kind of like to usually do it with my middle finger. Just going up and down the scale. That's what it should sound like when you're playing a scale. Okay? In our next video, go ahead and practice this a couple times. Practice this with all your strings. All your strings is going to be the same thing, not just the top one. You can do it with the bottom one as well. Let's see if our first note's going to be here. Okay, so we're going to follow the same pattern. Works for every string, works for every scale, as long as you follow that pattern. So from your first note, you go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay? Whole, half, whole, sorry. Whole, half, whole, half. Alright? Our next video, go ahead and practice that a few times like I was saying before. Practice that, just give that a good 20-30 minutes a day, just going up and down. And in our next video, we're going to work on doing some scales, but going from one string, using multiple strings for the same scale. Okay, so we'll be doing, instead of going all the way up and down the guitar for a scale, we'll be trying to keep our hand in the same neighborhood, in the same area, in order to play a full scale. Alright? See you guys next time.